Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I am John, the creative blue collar guy. Just another short solo cast here for you where I wanted to do a new episode of bands you probably haven't heard of. And today I'm going to be featuring another guy who I've discovered fairly recently, maybe within the last say 3 to 5 years. So I say recently, but I don't discover a lot of new music that I like much anymore. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about the White Buffalo. Well, the White Buffalo is made up of Jake Smith, who he's based out of LA, lead singer, guitar player, primary songwriter. He's got two San Diego boys from right here in my hometown, Christopher Hoffey on bass, and Matt the Mother Machine on drums. I'm trying to keep it kind of clean when I'm by myself. I don't know. They kind of rose to some level of fame by getting some songs in Sons of Anarchy. So actually a lot of you watching this may have heard of the White Buffalo. I'm not really sure. But with the rise of streaming services and the fact that I don't listen to the radio, MTV's been a joke for over 2 decades now. I don't really have a good grasp on what's popular, what's out there, what people are aware of. So these are just artists that I know of that when I tell other people about them, people go, huh? So the White Buffalo got some songs on Sons of Anarchy. I believe at least one of them. I think they had more than one song, but one of them was a song called Come Join the Murder, which is an absolutely fantastic song that I highly recommend checking out. After I kind of talk about them for a minute, again, I'm going to try to keep this one fairly short, but I'm going to go through a list of songs. I'll tell you just kind of a small handful of some of my favorites, which album they're on, and you can go check them out. His whole catalog is on Spotify, probably among others if you have Apple Music. I may even actually, what I'll probably start doing is I'm going to go in and I'll make my own playlist of my favorite songs by these different artists, and then I'll link it in the description of this video as well. But this is just a really cool band. I mean, on their recordings, they've got electric guitar, occasionally they throw in some harmonica, they got some other stuff going on, but when you see them live, because the singer is based just up in LA and the other 2 guys live here where I live, they come down a lot. Pretty much every time they tour, they come down here, and they usually play fairly small venues that get bigger touring acts and bands that come through town and all that, but it still feels like a small, intimate show because, excuse me, they're not playing a big arena or a stadium or something. Like, even if you're kind of in the back of the room, as long as you can see over the heads of the people in front of you, sorry for all you short folk, it still feels like an intimate gig, and you can see everything. You can see all the band members, all their facial expressions, all the sweat and the spit and everything coming off of them. But so that being said, they lost my train of thought there for a minute. They're a 3-piece band live. Like I said, Jake Smith, Chris Hoffey, Matt the Machine. Actually didn't get his last name on here for some reason because that's just what they always call him. And I mean, they really bring it with a show. He's sort of been branded country. I don't know if I'd call it country, maybe high energy, acoustic rock, whatever. All I know is that these 3 guys put on a damn good show. I mean, the energy that they bring, just the performance that they give for just being 3 guys. Chris Hoffey, the bass player, will occasionally sit down at a keyboard and do some of the piano stuff, but otherwise there's no electric guitar, there's nothing else going on, but they will come in and they will rock the damn house. And every time I see them live, I just think, well, I can't wait to see them again, because when they come to town, like I said, they play small venues. The tickets are pretty inexpensive considering what concerts typically cost right now, and it's always a good time. It's always so much fun. So here's just a couple of songs, a list of songs here that I just quickly went through his albums and picked out some of my favorites that jumped out to me. Like I already said, the song Come Join the Murder that was featured in Sons of Anarchy. So just look up White Buffalo, Come Join the Murder. You'll find some variation of that because it's on a couple different albums, compilations, whatever. Same thing. I think I do think this one was also in Sons of Anarchy. He does a badass cover of The House of the Rising Sun. And if you've never heard of this guy and you listen to his music, right away you notice he has that really deep, almost kind of baritone type voice, and the way that he starts out the first lines of The House of the Rising Sun, like it's just him and his voice, and the music slowly, kind of the dynamics build real slow in the beginning, and it will give you chills. It's so good. Let's see, so going kind of from his oldest albums up, I just quickly scrolled through. I really love these songs. The Woods from his album called Hogtied and Revisited. How the West Was Won, and Wish It Was True from Once Upon a Time in the West. Wish It Was True is a very kind of a heart-wrenching song that he sort of ends it with stating his feelings on how he thinks the government treats our military members once they are no longer in service, and how we just sort of toss them aside. I had some real mixed feelings about this song the first time I saw him live and he played it, because he starts out by saying, hey, you know, you guys are a big time military town, a lot of people are hooping and hollering and everything, and then he sings this song and I'm listening to the words going, oh, I don't know if I like that, because my initial reaction was that it was almost like anti-military. But then after I listened to his albums and I listened to this song, I thought, oh no, like, he's probably very, like, you know, pro-military and, you know, respects the people that have served or are serving, both past and present. But it is more of a commentary of, like, once you get out, like, our country is just sort of like, okay, we're done with you. I guess, you know, any of you that are veterans that might be watching this could speak to that more. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, but I think that's where he's coming from on that one. I don't think he's a veteran, so wherever he's coming from and writing the song, I don't know, but give the song Wish It Was True a listen. Sound off in the comments on that one. Let me know what you guys think, what your kind of interpretation of it is. The Whistler from Shadows, Grays and Evil Ways, Dark Days, and a song called I Got You from, and also the last song on the album from Love and Death and Damnation. So these three songs, Dark Days, I Got You, and then Come On Love, Come On In from Love and Death and Damnation. That last one, Come On Love, Come On In, it starts off right away. I mean, it's got a whole horn section, everything. It sounds to me like when it's at the end of Saturday Night Live, when the host is doing all their thank yous and their goodbyes, and then everyone's all shaking hands and hugging, and the band is playing, and they got all the horns going. It's the going home music, and it's the last song on that album from Love and Death and Damnation. And then from his most recent album, a song called Problem Solution, and another song called The Rapture from On the Widow's Walk. That one came out, I believe, actually right at the beginning of 2020. So it was really unfortunate to see that he couldn't really tour on that album much. He did a couple of live stream performances that you could, you know, pay to watch and whatnot. But word has it that they were just in the studio not too long ago out in Nashville recording something new. So hopefully we'll get some new music from the White Buffalo and the boys soon. But then also, as I was saying, a couple of the guys from his band live here in my hometown. The drummer, Matt the Machine, plays in a really, really good Willie Nelson cover band called the Redheaded Strangers, who plays all over town and everything. I'll throw a link in the description of this video too, or you can go follow them on Instagram. And if you happen to live in Southern California or be in the area and you can catch them, you see where they're performing. And then last but not least, I want to point out also that White Buffalo's YouTube channel, he had this section or segment that he called In the Garage. It's been kind of dead for a while because I think maybe he's just busy with they're in the studio, or maybe, I don't know, didn't seem like they were touring much, but I don't know, whatever reason, he hasn't posted one in a while. But during I'll just say the last 2 years, so that I don't use the word that gets me kicked off of YouTube, he was much more active in putting up one video a week. And I mean, it got to where they were just pure entertainment. This guy seems like the type of dude that I really wanted to sit down and have a beer with. And most of his videos turned into beer reviews, where he'd come in, he'd do some sort of wacky, goofy intro. He'd sit down, he'd talk to the camera for a minute, and then he'd go over, he's in his garage, he'd go over to his igloo cooler, pull out a beer, come up, show it off, and okay, oh yeah, this is what do we got here, we got this. And then he'd look at it, drink it, kind of do his quick little beer review, whatever, and then say, okay, let's play a song. He'd grab his guitar and play something, but hasn't been a new one for a while, but there's quite a few episodes to catch up on if you've never heard of this guy before. So look up White Buffalo on whatever your streaming services you prefer. Look him up on YouTube. I'll link that one in this video too. Go watch his In the Garage videos. You will not be sorry. They are pure entertainment. So for this episode, band you probably never heard of, we have the White Buffalo. And I am John, the creative blue collar guy. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have not already, make sure to like and subscribe. Throw some comments on this video. Let me know if you've already heard of this guy. If you go and listen to his music and you either love it, hate it, come back and, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this segment. Is it good? Should I keep doing it? Should I try something different? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.